The Backrooms of Voices of the Voids tutorial. Chapter 1: The Beginning. When we first spawn in, we are greeted with some rooms. This room containing a small ledge, a pool, and a bunch of interactables. Heading down these spiral stairs, we enter a new room. We won't be in here too long, we're just here to grab this crowbar. Heading back up the stairs, we climb atop this table, then jump across to the ledge. Walking down this hall, we reach a dead end with a note on the wall. The note reads, "Behind you." Looking behind us does nothing. Breaking the wall the note was on, we enter a new hallway. Running down this one, we enter our first secret room. It's a large room with what appears to be a well of sorts in the center. There is a note in front of the structure. It reads, "The depths will absorb your flesh and soul upon entering the forbidden place. One shall not cross the borders of the deep, or they will perish with no trace." In my attempts to climb on top, I unfortunately plummet to the bottom of the water. At the bottom, I earn an achievement and set my fate permanently. And with that, this concludes our first secret room. Respawn in again and head straight to the crowbar. In the next room, we have some slides. Doesn't matter which one we pick, we'll enter a nice pool area. This pool comes with its own computer. We don't care about it, we're going to continue forward. Here is where I begin to start smacking the wall and ground in hopes of finding my own secrets. Unfortunately, I don't. We enter a room with some servers. And a wall just above them has some art, you could call it. Breaking this reveals a vent we could crawl through. But before we do that, I'll go and grab this key I found messing around earlier. You can get this key by hopping on top of this transformer and jumping looking at this post. You could alternatively knock it down with something, but we're going to do it the hard way. We will be using this later. Heading back to the vent, we climb through. Not much to see in here, except at the end, we plummet again. This time, into our second secret room. It's a large room with a bunch of water on the bottom. There is a note by this pillar. It reads, "So many friends, yet so lonely." First things first, I do a little bit of exploring. Not much to see, and I've already been here before, so I know to grab these rocks. Heading to the end of the room with the rocks we just acquired, we're going to start throwing them at this vent on top of the wall. There's a special triangle on top of this vent that we need. It takes me a bit of time to get this off, eventually having to pick up the rocks and go back up. Tragically, however, I again use all my resources and result throwing my crowbar. Again, having to go down and pick it back up. But with some skill and determination, we eventually knock it off. Yes! With our newly acquired triangle, we make our way to one of these 4 pillars, each having its own shape. I put the triangle one on the triangle. After placing the triangle on its pedestal, we make our way to the end of the room again. Oh. Noticing a ledge has emerged from this pillar. I attempt to jump across and fail miserably. Unfortunately, from this point forward, I don't really know what to do. I don't know where the shapes are, and so I do a little bit of exploration in hopes of finding something. It takes some time, but eventually I find something on this windowsill. It picks a couple of rocks, but I do knock it down. I grab the shape and take it to its designated spot. Again, having a second ledge emerge from the pillar. Ooh. I run around for a bit, looking at everything. Not finding a single other shape. Eventually, resulting to looking stuff up. After searching online, I realized I need to go back to the start, as I've missed some things I need for later. We head back down to the slide room. On top of the blue slide, there's something we need to collect. To get it down, we just need to throw something at it. The object turns out to be a radioactive capsule. We head back to the room with the shapes and pillars. Looking next to the pillar in the middle, we see a square. We take this to the square pedestal. I didn't show it, but another step does appear on the pillar. Not too sure how I missed it before, but the last shape is sitting right here in this corner. Placing the last shape on its pedestal fully reveals all the steps leading up to the vent I broke before. I will now show you the unedited attempts to climb this. Woo. Oh my god. After crawling through the vent, we end up in a long tower. Climbing it, we are teased with the thought of freedom, with the note saying, "Now can I earn my freedom?" We aren't, and so it's back to crawling into vents. However, we end up falling, we plummet to our demise. Oh, wait, lucky me, there's knee-high water. Fortunately, this is exactly where we need to be. There is this radioactive capsule we need to pick up, and there's bones littered on the floor in the shapes of Roman numerals. We will need to remember the order and the numbers of these bones. We got what we came here for, so it's time to ragdoll and go back up to the surface. We can almost access the back rooms. There's just a few more steps we need to do. First being getting the last radioactive capsule, which is located right above this door. This was a bitch for me to get, so here's a sped up version of my efforts in trying to knock this piece of shit down. Again. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Yes, 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 yes. Now it's time to find the secret passage into entering the back rooms. It all starts with trying to press down one of these bricks. In attempting to find it, I come across my own little secret. Just ignore them. Who's them? Eventually, I do press the right brick, and a panel opens up. This one? Revealing a keyhole. Oh, there we go. Perfect for the key I picked up in the beginning. I insert it in and give it a little twist. Okay. I am fairly confused at this point, so I do a little bit of looking up. Realize I need to come to the starting area here and enter the water. Yes. Making my way through the water pipes, I end in a room with a note that reads, "It will not end well. No chances." I ignore it and continue going forward. Until eventually I hit a door with a keypad. Time to remember that code from earlier. What was the 41352? Success! Now time to go down this very long staircase. Beautiful. It is. At the end of the stairs, there is a note. Don't do it, 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 don't do it. Don't. Oh, don't do it, 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 don't do it. Finally, we reach the end, where it all comes together. We now put our radioactive containers into the holes provided. This grate opens up and we continue down, holding our breath as we crawl through the water and pipes, reaching our final destination, a bottomless hole. And with that, Layer 1 and Chapter 1, the beginning, is concluded. It is time to enter Layer 2, where the backrooms really begin. Chapter 2, Lost in Liminal Space and Time. Luckily, at the end of our fall, there is a body of water to catch us. We make our way through the pipes and discover a series of hallways, resembling that of a maze. A maze, huh? On the surface, the maze seems empty and quiet. Except I have this uneasy feeling that something is secretly watching me. You know, there's no us in this maze. There's only me. Only me. Like I said, only me in this maze. The more time I spend in this maze, the more my mental wears thin. Luckily, I don't have to endure it much longer as we find our way out. There's nothing really worth seeing in this room besides a note reading, "I regret everything," and a ladder leading out. Leaving this room, we enter a large open area with a series of pipes and barred windows keeping us out, or rather, keeping something else within. After a while, I finally managed to crawl my way up the pipes to this note. It's eating me from the inside. I can't take it anymore. We continue down the path into more rooms, this one resembling some sort of communal bath area. I cannot imagine the horrors that could happen here. There's a secret ladder hiding in the ceiling, with no obvious way to reach it. Turns out the only way to reach it is by pressing this sneaky button on the side of one of these pillars. So, we begin to climb, climb some more, and holy shit, how long is this thing? There we go. Again, not much to really do in this room, so we continue moving forward. Before we do continue, the game tells us to stop looking around, as if it's trying to deter us from finding something. As we continue going forward, we make our way into a large room with many, many doors. Perhaps this place is meant to contain something far away from the public. The game further backs up this claim with this little note. They are all locked. They are all locked away. However, to confirm this theory, we have to try every single door. Any of these open? Oh, cool. As I continue to test doors, I reach another note. Will it unlock my memories? Maybe. You got some repressed childhood trauma you want to talk about, my guy? After trying all the doors to no avail of any of them opening, we make our way back down to the one door that wasn't there. It's a hallway leading to a new room. This room's fitted with a couple more doors that won't open, and a couple of barred windows. At the end of this room is a note. It reads, "For good." With no clear sign on an exit, I wonder how you're supposed to leave this place. Then, I notice these bars can be moved, or at least grabbed. After some fiddling around, I managed to break free. That worked. Here, there's a couple of things. First is this blank note. Second, if you notice, this is the same room that we were in a couple minutes ago. But the only obvious exit from here is this vent. But it seems no matter how hard I hit it, it won't open. So I spend some time opening my third eye till it comes to me. Oh. Oh. A crowbar hidden in the ceiling pipes. Of course, how could I miss this? Sweet. So we enter the vents and continue down. However, as we continue down, it's going to lead us into Chapter 3. Will we be free? Alright. We follow this small hallway and make it to our first real backrooms room. It's a very large area with a deep pool and deep abyss, followed by many different hallway-shaped arches stuff on the wall. Is that blood? Unfortunately, it seemed like someone spilt their strawberry jam all over the wall. How inconsiderate of them. However, I think the only way out of here is through that strawberry jam hallway. So I try to get over there. Alright. Oh shit. Though it's not all bad that I fell, as there's a note in this hallway that I would have never found. It reads, "Constant migraines. I need to take a rest." Climbing back up, we try again. Ow. Owie. I try again. Ouch. How the fuck are you supposed to do that? And again. How are you supposed to do that? How are you supposed to do that? Then we try again. And again. Oh, yes! Yes! Until... Oh, no, we fell again. Oh, no, no. Fuck. And then again. Oh, way too fucking far. God damn it. And then again. Like, holy, I'm gonna kill myself in the game. And then again. Please, please, please. Please, please, please. Please, oh, fuck me. That was so bad. And then redo it again. Okay. What the fuck? What the fuck? And then again. Until. Yes. Okay. Oh, yes. Yes! Yes! Eventually we get it. And there's another vent that we bust open. Yes! Yes! We fall into this vent and start tumbling down. Down, down, down. Did we do it? Oh fuck. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ow. Ow. Falling, breaking most of our bones, and blood starts gushing out of us. We appear in a new room. Oh. My head. Oh. I shouldn't be there. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Yeah, damn. We eventually make it to a larger room. With some water, stairs, and an endless well. Where the hell? Alright. Going down the well, the grate reads, "It did not work. Someone potentially tried to escape through this grate." I spend some time looking around, seeing if there's a way to escape. In classic fashion, the game hides its exit with a brick button on the wall. Unfortunately, I'm not too sure what it did. Okay. Did that open up underneath? Eventually, I notice this ladder and get skeptical. So I hit the button, and lo and behold, the ladder starts moving. Oh! Time thing. Get back here, get back here, get back here! Fuck. Fuck. As you can see, it's not easy. Thankfully, it didn't take me nearly as long as the last room. Grab it! Please. Why? I did get a little pissed off, though. Fuck off! Fucking get on the fucking ladder! Holy fuck! Once we actually grab hold of the ladder, we make our way to the next room. It's a blue slide, so naturally we go down it. Whee! However, unlike the McDonald's play place or your local swimming pool, the slide leads to concrete. Not only concrete, but we find ourselves in the pipe room. In this room, we have to flood the building and float to the top. To do that, we need to navigate these pipes, turn these valves, again, however, not without my rage moments. Fuck off! Holy fucking shit! Oh my fucking god! Stop fucking hitting the other fucking pipes! Eventually, watching the water rise. Sweet. We bust this vent down and hop inside. Open up! At the end of the vent is a ladder, followed by another ladder. Busting open this vent cover, we enter our last room. Ooh, this is nice. It appears to be some sort of penthouse. Comes with a pool, a balcony, and a living room area, complete with 2 couches, a TV, and some furniture. What a great little spot for us to leave off on. However, we're not done yet. It seems like the people before us have left a couple of notes. Let's read them. First one reads, "Wrong place, wrong time." The second one reads, "I'm starting to lose grip on my reality. I should tell them everything I know." And with that, this concludes the secret backrooms of Voices of the Voids tutorial. Good news for you though, we're not quite done yet, as there's a couple of secrets I've missed. Let's go over them now. In Chapter Bonus. Secrets. First one is back in the pipe room. We need to break down this door to enter a secret shower area. Not much here, but showers. And a note reading, "I regret all my choices." I then try to see how long I can hold my breath. Turns out, it's a very, very long time. The second secret is located back in the maze. If we wander around for a bit, we can get to this room. Oh, here it is. Even though we're in a strange location, we're somehow outside. This location features a couple of doors, a dead tree, and overall is very cryptic, to say the least. Nothing to really do here, so let's move on to the next area. This next one is a secret note, hidden back in the first pipe room. It reads, "This place is important to me. I can't stop thinking about it." In the next room over is our next secret. However, I need a crowbar to access it. Unfortunately, as I was about to get one, I fell off. Oh my fucking god. And needed to make the whole trek back. Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? Bullshit. To add insult to injury, I fell off this ladder and plummeted to my death, where my game crashed. I also got a fatal error. Awesome. This also means I need to do this maze section once again. Oh, fucking maze. Holy fucking shit. So fucking stupid. Now that we have the crowbar, we make our way to this wall and break it down. Revealing a room containing a Jolly Rancor plush. Jolly Rancor being a YouTuber and Twitch streamer. Beside it is a star saying, "You winner." When we enter the room, we obtain the achievement 7 hours. If we make it back to the initial pipe room, the room on top of it, we can fall into this pipe and enter this window. Oh. Leading us into the void. Oh. Oh. Down here, there's a single metal door that does not open. Besides that, that's everything down here. This next secret has us go back to the beginning, where if we press numpad period, takes us to this room. A note reads, "Curiosity kills." Going through the hall leads us to a cathedral-type area. It's fairly nice. It has fountains and a note that reads, "I am afraid of the water." Lastly, at the end of the room, is this last fountain, continuously pouring water into nothing. And with all that being said, I'd like to conclude this video. This has been all of the secrets, most of them at least, in Voices of the Voids tutorial. I thank you so much for watching. It means the world to me. This video is months overdue. I procrastinated the hell out of this. This was also in build 0.8, so some things may have been added, changed, I don't know. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. It means a lot to me. And thank you for sticking around through the whole thing. I do have plans, potentially, in the future to remaster this. I got some ideas about making this video. I know it's sloppy. But thank you again for sticking around for the whole thing. But I hope you have a great rest of your day. This has been Mango. Peace. Hello. So I know I said the video was done, but as I'm messing around with mods to try to get FreeCam to work, I fell through the map and the game put me somewhere I didn't even know existed. So that's so if you fall through the map in just a normal save file, not the tutorial, because every time you go outside the tutorial area, your game crashes. So that's fun. But if you go under the map and keep falling, the game throws you here. And you know, already this is scary as fuck. But you know, if you think this is just this spooky maze, then yeah, you'd be right. But you can't leave. There's no escape. These halls go on forever and ever. Matter of fact, I'll show you that they go on forever and ever. As you can see, it just keeps going and keeps going. The problem is, as you'll notice, more just keeps loading. It just keeps loading. Forever and ever and ever. In all directions. Yeah, no matter how far you go, you can't leave. Because it generates on and on and on. You can't leave it. It keeps generating more. And to even prove that you can't leave, look at this. Can't save. Pause. The menu button doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So yeah, I thought I'd include this because this is pretty Backrooms-esque. This purgatory maze. So yeah, don't try to cheat, or else you won't be able to leave. You'll be stuck here for the rest of your life. Nope. Classic Alt F4 always comes in clutch. Alright, before we fully officially end the video, I just wanted to say I found a lot more secret rooms than what the wiki told me with the spectator mode, so I don't know if this was added in the new version or whatnot, but there is actually a ton more rooms and stuff I can view with the mod I have. So if you guys want me to explore every secret, I can. If you guys want me to explore the secret rooms or the levels, because there's some levels out there. There's a poop dimension. Y'all know about the poop dimension? I bet not. So if you want me to explore the poop dimension, let me know. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. This has been Mango. Peace.